Hello and welcome to New2JewelleryMaker. This is a very dedicated show, an hour long. It is a weekly pre-record that we are basically introducing brand new people to Jewellery Maker. It's all about getting involved and making an amazing hobby affordable, and that's what here at Jewellery Maker we're all about. So that's what the show's here for. One of the biggest things I think for a lot of people starting off jewellery making is saying, well, do I have to have a huge amount of money? Do I have to invest a lot of money? What do I get for my money? Those kind of things are important, aren't they? Well, the thing is that the answer is very simple. We can give you a brand new hobby for under £30 this hour. Yes, under £30, from toolkits to ingredients to the recipe book. Well, the recipe book is basically a manual that tells you how to get started, the basic techniques that you need to really get involved in this amazing hobby. We give you free of charge, yes, I shall say it again, free of charge, your tutorial booklet and DVD. Now this gives you all of the lowdown, all of the simple instructions and all of the variant techniques to get started and make some fantastic looking jewellery. So not only do you get the information about who we are as a company, but we'll also give you some fantastic techniques, just simple things like how to attach a clasp, how to work with jump rings, all of those really essentials, real essentials. Now that handbook is also backed up by the DVD, where basically you can put it on and you can then see for yourself how simple the techniques are. Pause and start again when you want to. This is free of charge for all of our new buyers here at Jewellery Maker. So make your first purchase today and you get that tutorial booklet and DVD totally free. Now the other thing that's free is inspiration and creativity, and that comes thanks to the gorgeous Cherry. Hello, Cherry.
Hello, Vicky.
Very exciting, this show.
Yes, it really is.
Now,
yes.
You're one of our incredible guest designers, and in particular, I think your niche is introducing everybody to the essentials of jewellery making, and in particular, the simple techniques, almost the foundation techniques that then can really develop into incredible looking jewellery.
Absolutely, there are very few basic, simple techniques to do that will enable you to make beautiful jewellery, absolutely beautiful, and to do lots of different things with those few basic techniques.
And we have that to go through all the way through today. We'll get through those techniques with Cherry, but I did say that I would make this affordable, and that's something that I'm going to go straight to with our first kit of the day. Now, our kits are basically all of the ingredients that you need to get started. So say, for example, you had a recipe book for a lovely Victoria sponge cake, and it would give you the lowdown of all of those ingredients that you'd have to go to the shop, you'd have to buy them, you'd have to weigh them, things like that. We've done all of that for you. These are the ingredients, everything you need, and to be honest, everything you need and more to get into jewellery making. We like to make sure that you just get that little bit of extra more potential from your kits. This, I know for not even our new buyers, but also for our regulars out there, this is going to be a kit that really, really catches your attention. One of our most popular gemstone is abalone, and you have got not just the rounds, but rectangles as well within this kit. Now, abalone is a shell. It is almost like power. You may have heard of power as a shell. It creates almost like a peacock's plume of rainbow iridescent colors within each individual formation. Of course, we've got to remember here at Jewellery Maker, we are part of the Genuine Gemstone Company, and of course that says what it does on the tin. Genuine gemstones only from us, and you've got the real deal here. The beauty, the unique quality, and you can see every single one is different. We absolutely adore abalone, and we know you do too. These rectangles are 8 by 10 millimeter. They're light in terms of weight, but in terms of qualities of color, they are effervescent, they are dynamic, they are beautiful. We don't see a huge amount of this gemstone here at Jewellery Maker, so as I say, this is not just for our brand new buyers watching this show. I would suggest that probably there'll be a lot of our Jewellery Maker regulars going, what's going on here? I want that kit. Well, you can help yourself. We've got stock. Of course, I'm saying this is a weekly program. We have stock available until stock's lasting. You know, the simple fact is it's going to be a popular kit. First come, first served. We have here your rounds as well. These lovely coins, again, just playing with those beautiful colours. The dynamics of gemstones like this means that it'll go with everything. You know, whether you're going to just work alongside your pinks, your blues, your greens, your literally every colour sitting, radiating through each one of those abalones. Your coins are 8mm, your abalone rectangles are 8x10. Add to it again. Let's add a bit more colour, I say. And we're going to add richness, your multi-colour agate, really dynamic saturated colour, warmth of intense tones. Going to go very nicely with our second kit as well. So, you know, it'll be a very nice, if you're going to get one kit, well, why not treat yourself to a couple of kits, and they'll work very well together as a team. You've got here your multicolour agate faceted rice beads, 8x12mm. This is your ocean wave jewellery kit. Now, I need to take just a little step to one side, and I'm just going to talk about what else you get within our kits. And one of the most essential parts of our toolkits is our findings. Now, I'm going to take just a few minutes to introduce you to some various ingredients that perhaps you may have heard us talk about on one of our feature shows on a morning or in the evening shows. You might have heard us talk about head pins and crimp beads, and if you're watching for the first time going, what does that mean? Well, the first day I worked here at Jewellery Maker, I stood and just went, what does a crimp bead do? What's a head pin? I don't know those things either until, you know, you start to investigate. Simple terminology, let me introduce you to your head pin. Your head pin, as you can see there, a round ball at the end of a long length. And these are used as some real strong foundations. They are feature pieces, but they really bind together, don't they, Cherry? These are very important.
Yeah, so all the things there that you have there in front of you, you really do need in order to make your jewellery.
So like by building a house, you can have the bricks, but you really need the mortar and the cement to bind them together.
Absolutely.
These are the binding ingredients. So head pins, very important. Just working on the principle of the head pin, match it alongside an eye pin. Says as it is, as you can see there, a little loop. And Cherry, within this section, we are going to show how to use head pins and eye pins effectively to create jewellery, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
So these are going to be two very strong ingredients for this kit if you want to work alongside Cherry and learn your techniques. Other things that I want to introduce you to, let's have a look. What's the things I was thinking? Right, okay, crimps. We talk about crimps, and when I first came, I didn't have a clue. They're mini tubes. Mini tubes. You're talking here at findings that literally clasp together. You squeeze them. They're mini tubes that you squeeze together to hold your threads, to hold in place various different parts of your technique. So those are your tubes. You're going to get 10 of those. They are a crucial ingredient to jewellery making. Plus, on top of that, there's lots of other bonuses. To these findings, you're getting 1 metre of chain. You're also going to get toggle clasps and boat ring clasp and jump rings. Toggle clasps and bolt ring clasp and jump ring. This is a bolt ring clasp and jump ring. So your jump ring is just that individual ring, and the bolt ring clasp is here, and you'll have used those various times with your bracelets and your neckline pieces. Other things that come with this kit, as well as all of the bonuses, are individual finding beads, which just add, if I leave them on there you can see it better, they just add a little bit of detail to your jewellery as decoration. Now, we've talked about crimp beads. We also have crimp bead covers, which once more just add a little bit of decorative finish and style to your jewellery making. This is all part of one findings pack that comes as standard, 100 pieces with your jewellery maker kit that we're offering you here. Ocean Wave. I mean, there's a lot when you see that there, and I'm sure there's a lot of people going, but that looks like too much. I don't know what to do with it. Don't worry, we'll lead you through technique by technique over the coming weeks, but in particular today we're going to show you a variety of different ways of using shepherd hooks here. You'll have seen shepherd hooks before, but you may not have seen your chandelier drops. Now, chandelier drops can create some fantastic cascading jewellery, but can be used in alternative ways like for pendants and things, so we'll talk about that, and you'll see some jewellery that Cherry has amazingly accomplished with this kit to inspire you into using them different ways. So that's everything. Oh no, we're going, do you get jump rings as well? All of that, 100 findings within this kit. Now, you'd think that would be it. Your gemstones, your findings. Should we stop there? Probably yes. But this is Jewellery Maker, and we don't do things by half. No, 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 no. You've got your featured gemstone strands, you've got your findings, and now we're going to add a little bit more as well. We're going to add to you in your ingredients your organza ribbon. Now, organza ribbon can be used in so many different ways to create detail and colour to your jewellery making. Now, to use something like this is very important, but is also important to know how to finish it off professionally, and that's where these findings come in. These are your cord endings with extender chain. Now, can you see here, if I show you that profile, you can see there how it's just an open clamp. Now, quite simply, it is as simple as this, and I really do, and for somebody who needs simplicity within my jewellery making, place it like so. You can see there you've got your organza ribbon, and literally get your flat nose pliers, or you can actually use your fingers to start to put it into place. Give it a tightness, and hey presto, you have got a professional finish to your ribbon endings. Comes with the extender chain just again for that nice flourish of finish. 4 of those. Shall I stop there? No. Okay, so you've got your findings, you've got your ribbon, you've got your cord endings. You're also going to get beading thread and elastic. Now, these are another part of the essentials to jewellery making. Beading thread, of course, all of the gemstones come on a temporary strand, but this is what you need to get that quality and that wearability from your jewellery. Your beading thread and your elastic. You've got your coloured elastic and your coloured beading thread within this pack. Finally, once you've made your jewellery, what do you need to do? Well, you might not just be treating yourself, you might be giving it as a gift. So we give you gift bags. You're getting 10 of your organza gift bags within this complement of kit, so 10 of those colours. And I have to say, those colours are complementing beautifully the shades of abalone. Look at that, those blues are beautiful, aren't they? Absolutely gorgeous. So you've got all of this essential ingredients to making some stunning, wow factor, genuine gemstone jewellery. You've got the chance to create this look. Now, I said at the very beginning of the show that we were going to give you the chance to get into jewellery making for less than £30. That doesn't mean that we're going to give you the ingredients and then make you pay for the kit, and that's going to take you to £50. That is under 30 for the toolkit and for this kit itself. Therefore, this kit has got to be less than 20. Oh, but a bit of a cheeky price there. Not £19.95, £17.95. Loving that price tag when you consider how much you are getting. And you see, you might be watching and you go, oh, well, I don't know whether I'd be able to do that. I'm looking at all of those findings, I'm looking at all of those ingredients. Will I be able to accomplish step by step? Small steps, you climb a big mountain. And the biggest thing is that I'll always say, you know, even if you just want to try and accomplish 1 pair of earrings, that's the first step. You want to create 1 feature neckline piece, that's the next step. You start to build up, but this toolkit, this findings kit and this combination of gemstones is literally everything to take you through that journey without having to be worried about it, having to think, I need more of this and I can't do that. And we're here with you. You get your free tutorial booklet and DVD. And I often think to myself, quite a lot of people see us as a great one-stop shop for all of their ingredients, but also for our inspiration as well.
Very, very much so nowadays, yes. We've got so much on the website, so much to choose from, and inspiration and ideas, all kinds, everything you could possibly want to make beautiful jewellery.
And one of the big things is that the website really is an amazing way to introduce people to our passion.
Yes.
But it's not just our passion, it's a community of people who are like-minded, people who are enjoying and starting their journey, you know, a long way into their journey. There's a mix of people, so there's a mix of inspiring people to work alongside, isn't
absolutely.
there?
Lots of ideas and inspiration on there.
jewellerymaker.com.
That's it.
That's where you can join us if you want to be part of that. And of course, as I say, we have our Facebook site as well. So just go and have a look and see if you can find us. And as I say, you'll find a community of over 8,000 people, I think it is now. So we've got lots and lots to talk about with this kit.
Yes.
£17.95.
Crazy.
Isn't it?
The abalone, oh my word.
adore.
I absolutely love it. I wanted to create, well, with these kits, I'm trying to sort of create my ideal kit. kits really that
Yes.
I know I would like, and this is definitely.
You get that
definitely,
sense.
Yeah.
This is the sense of that quality of finishing touch, isn't
Yes.
it? Because the abalone has its own iridescence, its own like
Beautiful.
capabilities. But to add, say, the likes of the richer oranges, you're adding another flavour. You're adding alongside the beading thread, or even those gorgeous turquoises of the organza ribbon.
Yeah.
It lifts and it transforms.
It really, really does. Yes.
And you know how I was saying to you, you know, we often see the chandelier drop earrings. Well, you could use this,
Yes.
as you have done here,
Yes,
Cherry,
use
as
them
a
as a
pendant
pendant.
as well.
Yes.
One of the things that I often find is that when you start to look at jewellery like this, go, I don't think I could do that. That's my natural tendency to go, oh, I don't think. But actually, when we start to talk about technique,
Yes.
it becomes almost evolving.
It really does. I mean, when you look at it, it may look daunting because it does make beautiful jewellery, but it's really made up of a very few simple techniques.
And that's
So
it.
Quick
The
and
more
easy to master.
Simple techniques,
Yes.
effective jewellery.
That's right, and then just let your imagination run away with you.
That's it. Now, there's one other thing you need, and I have already talked about it today. It's the toolkit. For $17.95, you get the ingredients, but of course, you can't mix a cake without a mixing bowl or a whisk and things like that. The same principles with jewellery making. If you've got the ingredients and you've got the recipe book with thanks to our tutorial booklet and our lovely
Yes.
Cherry who's going to take you through techniques, the final thing you need is this. And this is your toolkit, probably one of our most price-effective offers within our Jewellery Maker vaults, because here you genuinely get everything you need to get started into jewellery making. This is your essential toolkit with all of the tools, and I mean genuinely
Yes,
all the tools.
That's everything you'll need there, and it's like everything. You can't do a proper, neat job without the right tools.
That's
The
it.
right tools will make it easy for you.
And these are that. I know for a lot of our guest designers who also are tutors of jewellery making, who often you know, go and run courses
Yes.
here and elsewhere, they'll often say that if they've got brand new makers to jewellery, this is the kit that they, because you just can't
No.
get this type of combination. And
Yes.
certainly in presentation, so it's handy, it's travelable, it's transportable for that price tag. Because
I was
that
going to
price
say,
tag,
certainly not for that price, you won't get it, no. You could buy them all individually and elsewhere and spend a lot of money.
you could, and actually I've seen on my own research, I've seen one tool going for the price of our full toolkit. This price tag for the essential toolkit, now I've got the kit for the gemstones and all of the findings for $17.95. And now I bring you the tools for less than £10. We've done the job. We can go home now.
Yeah.
Come on. We've done it. We've done it for less than 30.
Fantastic.
Yeah. But that's it. I wanted to make sure when I first had the idea of doing this show, this dedicated show of getting started to jewellery making, one of the biggest things I said was that I wanted to make it affordable, because one of the biggest cruxes of day-to-day living these days is, can I afford it?
Yes, can I afford
You
to
know?
start a new hobby, which
That's
can be
it.
a very expensive thing to do.
Well, I tell you what, if you look at things like just other hobbies, and I did notice the other day, card making actually
Yeah.
can be really when you start to look at
expensive,
card,
yeah.
what's card? And actually then you've got your card, and then you've got your cutters, and then you've got this, and you've got
Yes.
that, and then you're going to do this, decoupage,
Yeah.
I go, wow, actually,
It is
you
really, and you're
know.
never going to really make your money back. It's for the pleasure of doing it.
Yes.
Whereas you can get the pleasure of doing this, and if you wanted to turn it into a small business, you could.
There is a lot of our
lot
jewellery
of-
makers out
yeah.
there who started with a passion and a hobby for
Yes.
creating jewellery, have now made it into their
Yeah.
life, actually,
Yes.
you know, careers, etc. So if you want to get involved, don't forget, less than £10 for the essential toolkit. It's got the flat nose, round nose plies, it's got
Yes.
the cutters, it's got the tweezers, it's got a little spacer box here, as you can see, so you can keep all your findings neatly in there. And it's a great transportable with zip little compartment, and as you can see there, you're good to go with that jewellery maker toolkit, less than £10. So
Okay.
we've been talking about head pins and eye pins.
Yes.
We introduced everybody to all the findings, but one of the biggest things that we often say is that using things like the head pins,
Yes.
they can make the most incredible stylish jewellery in
Yeah.
a very simple way.
And you do need them. You do have to have them in order to make your jewellery. So
So
I
what are we
thought
gonna
I'd
do?
start here
If I get-
with two very simple basic techniques.
Yes, please.
With this necklace here, I have simply threaded on to a couple of strands of beading thread,
Yes.
simply because I love this bright beading thread. It's
Gorgeous
beautiful
colour, isn't
quality,
it?
and so I've used 2 strands of it, and I've simply threaded on until you get to the little drops.
Yes.
And then I've coiled my head pins. and I can very simply show you how to do it. It's a technique
Brilliant.
that we use a lot. You can find it useful for lots of different things.
Yes, things like charms and things like that. It was very effective, isn't it?
And in
those colours?
earrings and all kinds of things.
Yeah.
And as we go on, you'll see lots of different ways of using it. Very simple technique and very easy to do.
Yeah.
So I've threaded on a bead, whatever you want on your head pin, whatever it's for, whether it's for your earrings or your necklace. And I'm taking my round nose pliers from the toolkit here, these round nose pliers, and I'm going to place them at the top of my head pin, and I'm going to place the actual head pin fairly close to the very end.
Yes.
Because depending on how far up the pliers I'm going to go, that will decide the size of the loop I'm going to make.
Yeah.
And all I do is twirl it round once as far as my wrist will allow me to go,
Yes.
take it out, turn my wrist around, place it back in exactly the same place, and begin to twist.
So you're just making a coil.
I'm just coiling, coiling, coiling. Like so, until I get to the end. And then if it's a little bit spaced apart or not very neat, I can just squeeze it back together. And this is a nice technique because you get that little flash of silver at the
Yes.
top that's going to show on your necklace, which I really like. And it's totally safe and solid, and it's not going to go anywhere.
And all you've done is threaded that on
Yeah.
to the beading thread.
Absolutely,
So literally,
as simple as that. Simply threaded it onto the beading thread, and there it stays with the bead either side. It will
just like
stay in
that.
place.
How good's that?
Really simple.
And it's just adding attention to detail to create that little drop. And of course, the drops like this really important to a gemstone like this, because look at that movement.
Oh, you
With that
get all the
movement, those
colours.
colours, that
The
rainbow
colours.
iridescence is just magnificent, isn't it?
As you move around in this jewellery, it's going to pick up all the colours.
All the lights. And one of the biggest things that I was going to say is that, say for example, you've got to that point
Yes.
and you've added them all on. We need to finish it off as well, don't we? So how would I finish off or add in the clasp?
The clasp, okay?
Yes.
Very simple. We're going to
Yeah.
take a couple of other little findings that we've got in there. So I'm going to take a crimp bead,
Yes.
one of these little tubes. I'm going to show you on a little bolt ring and jump ring clasp.
Yeah.
So first of all, I'm going to thread on my jump ring. Okay, sorry, my crimp.
Yeah.
And then when you look at your clasp, you'll always have a larger loop somewhere on the clasp. And the larger loop is for threading. The smaller loop there is how you open and close it with your thumb. So I'm going to go through the larger loop, and then taking the end of the beading thread, I'm going to go back through the crimp
Yes.
and pull that right up to the end so that I'm left with a little loop like
Yeah.
so. Now I don't want that loop to be enormous, and I don't want it to be so tight up against my jump ring that it can't move, because you need a little bit of flexibility and movement in there. So I want a tidy, neat sized loop, and then just squeeze very gently. Well, you can squeeze it quite firmly actually, but it doesn't take a lot of strength, is
Yes.
what I'm trying to say, I think. And you'll end up with a nice squashed flat crimp bead. The next stage is to take your spare wire that we don't want and bend it back. Just bend it back, and because it actually is wire, this beading thread, it will bend back and stay there. Now taking your cutters from the toolkit, you'll see that one side looks like that and the other side is flat.
Yes.
And you always want to cut against the flat edge. I'll give you a nice neat flat cut. So using the flat side of my cutters, I can just squeeze there and it'll come away. And because I've bent the piece of wire that I wanted to cut out the way, I'm not going to cut the wire that I
Yeah.
don't want to cut. And then just to make it extra tidy,
Bead covers.
bead covers, there they are.
Yeah, miss.
Just to give it a really professional finish. To finish off, you don't need to cover up that crimp. It's perfectly safe as it is, but if you want a professional finish, we supply them anyway.
I was going to say, if you've got them, then you may as well make the most
Yes,
of them, eh?
absolutely. So it looks like a little cake with a piece cut out of it.
Yeah.
You're going to slot that over your crimp cover, just however you feel comfortable doing that. You might want to lay it down and slot it in that way, and then just gently squeeze it closed, and you need to do that quite gently so that you don't distort it. Keep the crimp right inside there. Gently squeeze, and you might then want to just tidy it up and perhaps squeeze a couple more times so that it's really looking tidy.
Look at that.
And it ends up with a perfect little ball that has then covered your crimp.
Now,
Okay.
from that point, I mean, that's almost that necklace done,
It
isn't
is,
it? I
in
mean,
fact.
that's literally start to finish. You just need to thread and you've got that finished look. There's one other thing I noticed.
Yes.
Was that, now where's it gone?
Is it the eye pin?
Yes.
Yes. I've used an eye pin also on this necklace. Have I? No, I haven't actually. I've just done one central drop still on the head pin here. But if I wanted to elongate that,
Yes,
or
to
if-
create an
Yes.
extend, almost like a chain-like design.
Yes.
How would we do that?
I do that with my eye pin.
Okay.
Now you'll notice you've got a loop at the bottom here, and the rest here for threading onto, and then the idea is to make a loop at the opposite end. And then you can attach your chain to either end of those loops to make a chain necklace, which is what I've done here on this necklace.
So, you've literally done eye pin as
Yes.
it comes.
Yeah.
You've added in the 3 gemstones.
Yes.
And then you've created your own loop.
My own loop to attach
Close
to.
it,
And
like
I
a
can
link.
I can use that. I could have used that in the drop here. I've used one here. So
Yes.
I've got a head pin. I haven't actually got a head pin because I've got a little tassel there on the loop at the bottom, and I've attached the next one up here to make
Yeah.
my nice pendant drop. And it gives your drops a little bit of movement as well to have them separate.
So, just to quickly show
Okay,
everybody to
very
just
quickly.
create the eye pin
Couldn't
itself.
be more simple and more easy.
And this is the thing, that the simplicity and the effectiveness are incredible, really, to
Yes.
jewellery making. I think it's daunting when you start looking because you go, really, could I do that? Have I got the facility? Have I got the ability? And actually, when you start to see how simple
Yeah.
those techniques are, and then the resulting, quality of jewellery, it's incredible. And again, just to highlight, $17.95 and one. I've got a pair of earrings on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of jewellery for $17.95. Where do you go to your
Yes.
local jeweller's shop? And I'm not saying go to your accessory shop because that's synthetic jewellery, it's nickel based.
Yes.
Whereas actually, where do you go to your local jeweller's shop and then get a piece of jewellery that comes in at, well, it's got to be like £2 something, £2.20, so you're 30. So how much? £2.56 a piece of jewellery.
That's
Where do you go
crazy,
with
isn't it?
£2.50 in your hand and get a genuine gemstone piece of jewellery? It just doesn't happen. I mean, you can't even go to your local accessory shop, the synthetic
No.
accessory shops with £2.50 and get a lot of jewellery out of. That's the reality.
It is, yes.
It goes a long way, and that's why it's worth just, looking at these techniques and going, yeah, I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to give that chance, to create my own
and start by
jewellery.
making all your friends and family jewellery for
That's
their
it,
birthdays
yeah,
and Christmas.
absolutely.
Okay, so I threaded on whatever beads I want to thread onto my eye pin.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I need to cut off that eye pin at a point where I can make another loop. So I want about that much.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just going to put my finger on the end so it doesn't fly everywhere.
But you don't
'cause
have
it
to
will.
throw the remainder away. You can keep that for another day. You can use that
Whoops.
smaller gemstones, etc. You've got the
could.
chance to do so.
You could. Okay, so I'm going to then take my round nose pliers,
Yeah.
pop those in at the very end, and twist once. My wrist will only go that far, so I'm going to take it out and twist again, and pop my pliers back in, and with my thumbnail pressed against the actual head pin, the eye pin, just kink it back so that that little loop then becomes central. Now I've got 2 loops either side,
Yeah.
so that I can thread either side of that.
Just like that, you've got yourself a link.
Couldn't
And that's
be
as
more
simple
simple
as
and
it
easy.
is.
And that is almost every technique that I've used there. The only other thing I've done is a 2-strand weave, which we'll talk about a little later on.
We are going to talk about
Yes.
that later on. So if you want to get involved today, don't forget free phone number, not even that we're asking you to pay pounds to get
No.
through to us on those phone lines, 0800 644 655, or alternatively you can join us on the web at www.jewellerymaker.com. On top of everything else that we offer, including the free tutorial booklet and DVD that you can purchase with your first purchase of that you get free of charge. We also offer you a 30-day money-back guarantee, so plenty of time till you get it home, see for yourself the quality, and then if it's not right, that's fine, send it back, your money goes back into your account. No questions asked, no quibble, money-back guarantee. Now I've got more treats for you today. It is the New to Jewellery Maker Starter Show, and with that in mind, we are wanting to give you so many options of how you get started. That might be the way you want to get started, but there might be another way as well. And I tell you what, if this is the way, how about we make it as affordable as possible? I'm a bit concerned though, because I'm sure that there'll be many of our regular viewers right now probably watching, just sitting enjoying the show and going, oh yes, I know that technique. It's quite nice to watch the techniques again and think to, I'm a bit worried because I think that this next offer will potentially sell out very quickly. So if you are watching on the repeats, I will say to you, this is a weekly show and it goes out 8 till 9 o'clock every morning. It goes out from a Saturday through to the Friday. I would always say fastest finger first. That's all I'm going to put to this offer. Fastest finger first. I'm saying this categorically. This combination, it's not going to hang around. Be warned. This is going to be a serious treat. Now, when Cherry saw what we were doing, she went, "When have we done that? Well, how's this happened?" Because it is one of those that we haven't. Well, we shouldn't, but we're doing it. I'm about to do 6 strands for you. New to jewellery makers out there and our regular viewers as well. I'm going to say this is how we do it. We have got not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4 or 5, 6? No. Oh yes. I mean, essentially you might want to call it a 6-strand offer. I'm going to say this is 6 to 7 because it is a double strand of fluorite. Yes, you are talking here 6/7 strands of genuine gemstones and the presentation box as well. This is called your Stash It box. Now you'll often hear our viewers and our guest designers calling their gemstones that they have in their stock as their stash. And if you're going to stash it, you're going to stash it in style with this combination. We are bringing you tiger's eye, fluorite, rhodochrosite. You are getting agate and jasper. You're getting it all here within this combination. So what are you getting? You've got your tiger's eye. You have got that feature jasper. You are also getting your agate. You are getting this beautiful Botswana agate, and on top of that, how about this, your rhodochrosite and your double strand of fluorite as well, all together for one price tag. Now, if you're watching going, but I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what, I love the idea. I love the colours. I love that idea. I love that I get the little box to keep it all safe. But what am I going to do with it? Keep watching. We are also going to give you a beading thread, and we're going to give you everything in terms of inspiration and technique to get your great looking jewellery from this combination. This is a stash it deal. It is 6, or should we call it 7 strands, plus the presentation box so that you can keep all of your gemstones nice and neatly organised, and all yours for, well, New to Jewellery Maker fans, how about this? $14.95, 6, 7. I mean, even if we said 6 strands of genuine gemstones for $14.95, and we gave the box for free, £2.49. £2.49. And if it's, I tell you what, if it was 7 strands that we were working at, that's got to be £2.17, is that right? £2.17? Oh no, I've missed that out. Hang on a minute, £2.13. Is that right? Oh, I got it right. I know, that's me working hard. Did you hear the cogs turning? I know, Carol Vorderman, watch out. So £2.13 you could be talking out here. An amazing deal. The box is free. Absolutely incredible. $14.95, your free phone number. And of course, don't forget, your first purchase with us will come free of charge with a tutorial booklet and DVD as well. $14.95 is all you pay. Your gemstones are all genuine. We are part of the Genuine Gemstone Company here, and the good news is that, well, we say as it is on the tin, Genuine Gemstone Company, all genuine gemstones. Now, in principle, we could stop there, but why would we stop there when we've got another great deal? If you've got all of these gemstones, you might be looking and going, well, I got that last kit and I've got all of those fine. I've got those lovely toggle clasps, I've got the boring clasp, but I could bring them together. I need some more beading thread. Hark, what did you say? You need more beading thread? How about more beading thread? Now, on our regular 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock show, these fly out. I mean, literally fly out. We can't keep up with the stock list of our beading threads. And I'll say now, this is going to be very, very, very fast offer. Now, you have here a combination of your beading thread plus your monofilament wire, all for one price tag. Now this, a beautiful 6-strand/7-strand offer, was $14.95. If you got the toolkit, that would take you to £24, £25. So if we called it 25, and I keep on saying to you, the New2JewelleryMaker show is all about getting started for less than £30. What are we thinking? If it's less than 30, and I've already done 25 with the toolkit and my strands, how much is all this beading thread going to cost you? Less. Oh my goodness me. Less than I thought. I was about to say it was going to go £6, £7, £5. £5.95. £5.95. Absolutely amazing. 0800 644 655. £5.95 is all you pay. So hang on a minute. If we said beading thread and that's exact. That's amazing. That is amazing. Now that therefore means if we want to break it all down, if you got the first kit and you got the toolkit and you got these gemstones, which of course is the 6 or 7 strands of genuine gemstones with the box, and the beading thread and the monofilament, you'd still be under £50. And then you'd be going, then you really would be well and truly on the road to jewellery making. That would be a heck of a stash now, wouldn't it,
That's
Cherry?
going to make a lot of jewellery, and I mean a lot of jewellery. That's all your Christmas and birthday presents covered.
That's it. We're sorted.
That's sorted.
That's 2013 done.
Yeah,
you know,
it is.
done.
Have a little present drawer.
That's it. Hey, I've got one of those.
Have you?
Do you have one of those?
No, I'm not organised enough.
Are you not?
No.
Oh, see, if I see something, like I went to the shops yesterday, and I saw a couple of things. They were just a great price, and I was like, well, why wouldn't I buy them now? I know I'll eventually use them, so I'll buy them now. So yeah, I've already got me presents sorted, birthdays, Christmas. So, Cherry, what are you thinking?
Yeah, what I'm thinking is a lovely 2-strand weave with these beautiful, organic, natural colours. They're absolutely gorgeous. And that beading thread is just going to last you forever.
I just love, if I put that
I
with
know,
that.
isn't that beautiful?
Okay, and then I'm going to take the green, and I'm going to go
beautiful.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay, just keep working with me. And then I'm going to go
Gorgeous.
like that. And I'm going to go
The
there.
gold. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And then I'm going to go, what do you reckon? Gold for that?
Do you know, try it with that lovely deep plummy purple.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
That one.
Oh, yes.
That's nice. Now just
That's
keep
a nice
see, this is what I
combination.
mean. You're just going to get these, and I'm just going to go, oh, I'm interested. What would I do with them?
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. I'm a big fan of this beading thread because it's lovely quality. It's just beautiful.
And so two-strand weave.
Right, dead simple, and it's one of the techniques that I used in the last kit as well. So
yes.
This will look completely different with different shapes and sizes of gemstones. So you can play around with the patterns that you choose. But it's really, really simple. All I've done is taken 2 lengths of beading thread. I've just put any old bead there for the moment to hold it together, and I shall take that off afterwards. So you need to leave yourself enough thread at the end to do your clasp. And all I've done is separate out the 2 threads and started threading on one and then the other, and then brought them both together with a bead.
Okay.
So you begin to make up a pattern. So my pattern that I've chosen, and I think it looks so organic and beautiful together, is I've taken both of the threads through one of these larger beads. There.
Yep.
Okay, and on the one side, I've chosen 3 of these beautiful multicoloured fluorite nuggets here, and I've threaded 3 together. With these nuggets, I think they work better if you can string a few of them together. That seems to be how they work. So there's 3 on that strand, and then we go back to one of the larger ones on that strand, and then another 3 that beside that. So that's 1, 2, 3. And that works really well together. So on the other side, I'm going to do 2 of the larger ones with 3 of the smaller nuggets in between.
And so it's almost like that they come together, almost what's the word, tessellated together.
Yes, you need to play around and see how the beads will fall.
Yes.
Oh, I'm doing that incorrectly.
And once you've started to work with those gemstones, and look at how colours they go.
The colours are so organic, aren't they? They're just beautiful. Yeah, and then the coloured beading thread just adds that extra something to it as well.
Yes, it does. It just adds another texture, doesn't it?
Very much so. It is about texture and shape as well as colour.
And the nice thing about this range that we've just done with the 6/7 strands is that there's different shapes and there's different sizes, and like it's always nice to work with nuggets because they add texture, and then the round rondelles are giving you another dynamic. You know, it almost feels like that's a really great mix, isn't it?
It is.
Really,
you could really mix any of these together and it would work beautifully. So now I've done so now I've done my 2 strands, and then I'm just going to bring them together with one of the larger beads again.
And just like that?
Yeah, with both of the strands through. That is my 2-strand weave.
Necklace, bracelet,
really simple.
Earrings.
Well, you could do the whole set actually, couldn't you, in the same way. And just play around with the combinations of the gemstones and how they fall together. If you start threading them and see how they sit together, and if you're not happy with it, try something else.
And if I just hold them out, there's the potential of a beautiful piece of jewellery, which then could be a full set. And you've just seen how simple it is. You could be random, you don't have to be too neurotic about the colours working together, because the natural qualities of the gemstones
try and mix the colours up. You know, if you've got a lot of green ones in here, space the green ones out a bit and have some of the other colours coming in. Yeah, mix it all up. And I can see that selling in a seaside boutique for, you know, a lot of money.
Certainly more
significant amount.
More than $14.95 than it cost you, that's for sure. Right then, let's move swiftly on, because we've got another kit. We're going to go to Cherry again, because Cherry's going to show us another fantastic way of optimizing on your threading and your weaving to get some incredible stylish jewelry. Now again, don't forget, if you make your first purchase with us here at New2JewelleryMaker, you do get your free tutorial booklet and DVD. Very important, because these are your little handbook. These are your Bibles for many people for getting started into jewellery making. And of course, as I say, we've got our website to back up. Our website's really easy to use and to purchase from us. You just pop into your basket anything that you see today, put it into your basket, check it out, and hey presto, £2.95 for your postage and packing. But that's not just for one piece, that's for items as many as you want to add to that 1 day's P&P. So you might want to buy the toolkit at the same time as get the kit, as long as those on the strands. All of that on a 1 P&P of £2.95 for standard delivery. it's a no-brainer. We have another no-brainer. I am going to tell you now, this is one of the ultimate price points that we'll ever do for a findings and kit together. We don't do this very often for genuine gemstones, for all of the findings. This is an exclusive new to jewellery maker offer, exclusive opportunity. I honestly can't get my head around how we've done this for the price you're about to get it for, because to me, this is making jewellery making not just affordable, but a must-have. It's an essential in terms of getting stylish wearable jewellery at rock bottom prices. I'm trying my best to give you the heads up. This is a come and get it while we've got it offer. Your Sunny Days jewellery kit with gold plated copper findings this time, so you'll get your gold plated finishing touches, which just add again that luxury touch. And if I just get the gold chain out, you'll see how nicely the gold chain complements the golden tones of these beautiful gemstones. Now, a combination of shapes and colours within this kit. Now you are getting a combination of your carnelian twisted ovals, one of the gemstones that has such a huge provenance within the jewellery industry. I mean, take it into the Victorian or the Garland era of Edwardian times. This was a gemstone that really did display hierarchy to the upper class. Then you've also got your sunstone, and you've got your vibrant, bright yellow canary fire agate. You've got your chain, you get your beading threads, and on top of all that, talking like those gorgeous colours, they do really complement, don't they? Those colours coming together, plus you're going to get your coloured elastic as well, and your clear elastic, again, 2 of the beading threads. You will also get your bright reds of your organza ribbon, and again on top of that you'll get your cord endings with the extender chain. We've already talked about how great they give you a final flourish. And to finally add, once more, if you're making great jewellery, perhaps you want to give us a gift, you can do so with your organza gift bags. 10 of those come as part of this kit. Now, the simple fact is that this is probably one of the finest price points that you will see here at Jewellery Maker. This is an incredible deal. Your Sunny Days jewellery kit for £14.95. I have just said less than £15. Your sunny day. It is a sunny day today. I don't know what the weather is like for you wherever you are, but it's a sunny day here at Jewellery Maker when we are bringing you our new to Jewellery Maker exclusive kit for £14.95. You get the toolkit, you're making jewellery for less than £25. Aha, I said less than £25. Just take a look. Take a look at the jewellery that you could be making and look at the quality. You could be making this for less than £15. That is incredible, isn't it? That is absolutely incredible. £14.95. Let's see what we do now. One of the techniques that that we've talked about previously is the double weave that you've just shown us.
Yes.
But actually, now we're going to extend that to creating what is often called as the quadrant weave or the right angle weave. Lots of different ways.
Yes.
The ladder weave. It's got lots of names, but it's basically effectively the same thing. And the resulting jewellery is amazing.
It looks very stunning. Maximum impact, but
isn't
so
it?
simple. So
Look at this, incredible. Now let's count again. How many pieces of jewellery have you made? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 pieces of jewellery for £14.95. Now that is very simple maths. £2.15. £2. So 7 pieces of jewellery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of jewellery. £2.15. I said 15, didn't I? £2.13. Oh,
that
I was 2
close.
penny off.
I'm impressed.
Thanks, I did really well there, didn't I?
You've
For me, that's amazing. Yeah, you've actually been practicing.
Yeah,
because
very good.
Yeah,
very good.
I know. Right.
So, you've already seen me do the 2-strand weave, which
Yes.
looks completely different on that piece of jewellery.
Yes, which
to
is
the
this
last.
one here. So this is
So
the
that just
2-strand weave
gives
that
you-
you've just seen within this neckline piece. So you can repeat the same principles, but we want to really focus on this.
Yes, we do.
And we want to take the quadrant weave, the ladder weave, however you want to, and we want you to know how to create this look, because this is a very, very Again, minimum input, maximum effect, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So show me.
So I'm going to take quite a long length of beading thread.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And I've threaded 4 beads onto the beginning of my weave there.
Okay.
Into the middle of the thread.
Yes.
Okay? And then all I've done is threaded back through the first one.
Okay.
In a circular movement. So I've sort of gone through like that.
Yes.
Okay?
Back through.
Back through the bead and pulled. And you'll end up with that first little group of 4, like a diamond shape, the first group of 4. Okay, and then from there on, it's exactly the same technique. Taking one side of the thread, I'm going to add 2 beads. And taking the other side of the thread, I'm just going to put 1 bead on. And I'll show you now exactly what I mean. Let's get rid of that little kink. Show you exactly what I mean about going through. So I've got 2 beads on one side, 1 bead on the other, and the thread that's got the 1 bead on, I'm going to take that and go back through the last bead on the other side, like so, and pull. And as I pull it, I end up with another little quadrant there. And I'm going to carry on and carry on until I've got the length of my necklace. So I'll do that one more time. 2 on one side, and incidentally, if you change sides at this point and have 2 on the other side, it won't make any difference. So you don't need to remember which side you're working. It really won't make any difference at all. So taking the thread which has got the 1 bead on, back through in a circular movement, back through the last bead on the other side, and pull. Now, to finish off this bracelet, say that was the length that I wanted, all I need to do is bring these 2 threads together on the end that I'm working on, and let's cut them off so that they're comfortable length. Bring them together, and I've added one of the carnelian twists to finish off. Like so, just get it central, like so. So you can see there, that's how you finish it off, and then you would just finish off here in exactly the way that I showed you with the clasp.
And the interesting thing is, Cherry, that if you use that technique like this, that's the result, but you could actually use that as a beautiful pendant.
Yes, you could.
You know, that could be a lovely drop to create, and then literally you could just extend into a fantastic neckline piece.
You could carry on and experiment in lots of ways. Now, to finish off this bracelet, because your other side looks like that, and you haven't got any spare threads to make it, so you just take another length of thread. You don't need it very long, that's fine. And just thread back through the first bead there, and then do the same. And then you've got what you need to play with. That's right, then just do the same. Your carnelian goes on this end here, and then you've got your 2 ends of your bracelet, and you can use the double thread in the same way that you used a single thread to do the clasp. So that's very, very simple. There is one other thing, with this. From that point, now, what we're trying to do within this show, within the hour show, what we're trying to do is just to show how to finish things and create the jewellery that you want. There's one thing that you might have noticed is this lovely little bead here, and it's a creation that is based on that combination of the quadrant weave that Cherry's just shown us. But now, to finish it off, the same principle, do exactly the same technique. But this time, you're going to just bring it back on itself. I am, yes. So it will naturally start to curl. I was going to say, because it naturally curves anyway, doesn't it? But when you're making a bracelet, the longer you get it, the easier it is to just straighten it out as you go along. So this time, I've threaded on my first 4 beads and made the first quadrant there, as you can see. And then I've made 2 more. 2 subsequent diamonds. 2 subsequent diamonds with 2 beads on one side and 1 bead on the other. I'm going to use 12 beads in total to make this. 12 beads in total. 12 beads. So I've now got on there already 10 beads. So I want 2 more beads to finish off and turn it into a beady bead. So I'm going to take 1 bead on one side of the thread. And 1 bead on the other side of the thread. So that makes it now 12 beads. Can't go wrong if you've got 12 beads. And then I'm going to take 1 length of this thread back through the first one in that direction. And in the opposite direction, take the other thread back through.
Yes.
Whoops, can't see it for looking. There's plenty of room to get, you know, quite a few separate lengths of bead easily through here, so it's not a struggle and it's not difficult. And as I pull, it turns into a bead.
Look at that.
It's impressive, isn't it? It's lovely.
Is.
And that makes a lovely little focal point. You can put that onto a head pin, which is how I've an eye pin or a head pin.
And imagine if you just created, you know, a little drop design like that, and you made yourself a bracelet with that, or a neckline piece.
A choker necklace would be absolutely lovely with a little drop.
And in principle, it's exactly the same technique, but look at the result that you can get. And this is what we keep on seeing with the smallest amount of technique behind you. The effectiveness, the creations of the jewellery that you get are
fabulous.
Awesome.
Absolutely fabulous.
Absolutely
now,
awesome.
To finish that off, because I've used beading thread, I can simply thread back through a couple of beads and then chop it off, and that will be perfectly safe. So I could do it that way.
Okay.
I could equally have made this using the monofilament that I had.
This is the clear
monofilament, in which case I would just knot it a couple of times and then pop some jewellery glue, or if you haven't got any jewellery glue, then a little bit of clear nail polish would be absolutely fine. So it's quite safe to finish it off that way, and then chop off the ends.
And just to remind you that this kit coming in at $14.95, the only other thing you'd need is the toolkit, the toolkit of joy. It's the essential toolkit. It's everything that you need and everything that you've seen Cherry make, everything that you see in terms of the tools that Cherry has used today are in this kit. There is nothing else that Cherry has used than this toolkit.
No, and I have to say that it would be the one piece of advice I would give to any new jewellery maker who's just starting the hobby, is do have the right tools for the job, because they make the job easier.
Absolutely.
And as well as professionally finished. It just makes life a lot easier for you to use the right tools.
$9.95 is all you pay for our Jewellery Maker Toolkit, with all the ingredients, including the round nose, the flat nose, and the cutters, and all of other ingredients, just little bits and pieces, plus this little container, which just keeps all of your findings that you will have left, because you get so much within our kit. It's 100 findings. You're not going to just use them all up in one go, so with that in mind, you want those little compartments just to keep it all, organised, etc. like £9.95. Just to let you know, other things that go on here at Jewellery Maker, well, we have courses running on a week-to-week basis. Whether you're advancing or whether you're perhaps just brand new, we have courses really tailor-made for whatever your skill base, including Cherry's course herself. Cherry does have the Beading Essentials course, and also New2Jewellery Maker course as well. And that introduces one-to-one almost
very much
tutorials, isn't it?
So that we just get people who want a little bit extra confidence to have a go and to be shown. And I don't mind how many times we go over it, over and over the same thing. I don't want anyone to ever leave the day without feeling totally confident that they can go away and then just explore their own creativity. And we have lots of fun. It's a relaxed environment.
You get to come to the studios as well. You get to have a look at our museum, which is part of the our studio tour as well. So lots and lots to gain from coming on one of our courses.
And go in our shop and buy things at slightly cheaper prices than you can otherwise.
And also, at the moment, during the whole of January, we're giving a 10% discount on all our courses running as well. So if you do want to join us on that course, please do speak to our call centre. There are lots of other courses that run as well. Polymer clay basics, wire work basics, whether you want to go into business, perhaps you're thinking of going into pot copper clay, lots and lots going on. So if you want to get involved in that, as I say, 10% discount if you're buying and joining us in January. You can speak to our call centre on our free phone number. Again, we try and make it as easy as we possibly can. 0800 644 655. Or alternatively, you can join us on the web at www.jewellerymaker.com, or join us on our Facebook page, where we've got lots going on. Facebook.com/New2JewelleryMaker. And we would love to know that you are joining us there. And of course, the website, so much going on our website, always new things coming into stock. We've got sale items going on at the moment as well, some real treats. You can also view us. You can, if you don't have access to us, perhaps you only have review available to us, or you can always access us via the live stream. Plus, Plus, on top of that, we also have our YouTube. So you can watch us again. www.youtube.com/JewelleryMaker UK is where you can watch all of this again at the luxury of your own pace. And then, of course, you can see Cherry taking you through a variety of techniques. Again, I just want to say thank you very much for joining us. If you know anybody who you think might be interested in getting into jewellery making and they've just tentatively broached the subject but they don't know where to start, this is the show for you. 8 till 9 o'clock every week we're going to put out a brand new show that hopefully I'll give you all the basics and hopefully a little bit more along the way with a bit of fun. Some great prices. Get into jewellery making for less than £30. Lovely, Cherry, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your time as well. You take care of yourself, whatever you're up to. Bye-bye.
Bye.